Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Hey, are these guys here for me? Hi, everybody.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great.
Thanks
Great,
for coming back and
great to
talking
be back in Iowa. Faith and Freedom Coalition. Tremendous enthusiasm in the room. Iowa always plays an outsized role in shaping our national leadership, and at a time when the Biden administration has literally weakened America at home and abroad, I'm more confident than ever that the people of Iowa are going to provide our party with a standard bearer that's going to lead us to victory and lead America back. So thank you all very much for
Mr.
being
Vice
here.
President, when we were talking as you were working the crowd earlier, there were two things that we were talking about. The first is the timeline that you laid out, which is that you think any serious contender has to announce by June. Can you talk a little bit about that, and if there's any chance you might not run?
Well, I don't have anything to announce today. But I promise when we have anything to announce, I'll let you know. But I will tell you, we're getting a tremendous amount of encouragement as I travel around the country. I'll be in Georgia tomorrow. Before the end of the week, I'll be in North Carolina and Utah. Everywhere I go, I hear people tell me that they want to get back to the policies of the Trump-Pence administration. But they also want a new brand of leadership that at least has the possibility of bringing our country together around the major challenges that we're facing. I mean, we're living in a world today that seems to become more dangerous by the day. We're facing not only an economy that's on the precipice of recession, but also we're facing a national debt crisis, the likes of which our country has never seen. An assault on our values seemingly every day. And the American people, I think, long for leadership that will show a threshold of civility in the process that allows us at least to explore the possibility of taking on some of these intractable challenges for the American people. So we're going to continue to listen as we travel around the country, and I'll let you know as soon as we have anything to announce.
Mr.
Vice President, you said during your remarks, you celebrated that Roe was sent to the ash heap of history.
Yes.
Those were your words. Most Americans are not in line with that position. What is your message to the many Americans that are worried about the future of reproductive care in this country?
Well, I'm pro-life. I don't apologize for it. I think a society can be judged by how it deals with its most vulnerable, the aged, the infirm, the disabled, and the unborn. I've been a champion of the right to life throughout my public career and will continue to be. But I recognize not every American shares that view at this time. And I think what the Supreme Court has done in overturning Roe versus Wade is return the question of abortion to where it always should have been, in the hands of the states and the American people. And now I think it's incumbent upon those of us that cherish life to advance pro-life legislation, to win hearts and minds. I think we do that by standing with the most vulnerable, but also by standing in equal measure with women that are facing crisis pregnancies, expressing compassion to them, and also providing resources. I think we need to be supporting newborns as much as we do the unborn. And I believe adoption reform is an idea whose time has come. But if we're going to advance a culture of life in America, I think we not only need to stand on principle, but I believe that we can win hearts and minds if we show our hearts for the American people about how deeply we care, not just for the unborn, but for women facing crisis pregnancies, and come alongside them in real ways.
Last question.
Go ahead.
Would you support abortion bans at a federal level?
Well, I'm pro-life. I would tell you that if I was in the Congress of the United States, I would certainly support any pro-life legislation that came before me. I do think it's more likely that this issue is resolved at the state level, but I don't agree with the former president who says this is a states-only issue. I mean, we've been given a new beginning for life in this country. I think we have an opportunity to advance the sanctity of life, move it ever closer to the center of American law. And I think people should look to their state houses to make that change, but I think looking to the Congress of the United States, creating a minimum protection, 15 weeks, that is supported by some 70% of the American public at the federal level. I think these are all ideas that ought to be a part and parcel of the debate. I mean, the Supreme Court didn't turn the issue of abortion over to the states. They turned it over to the American people. And I think pro-life Americans like me want to see men and women in elective office at every level.
Sir,
Thank you.
what about your
Thanks, everyone.
6-week
Would
ban?
sign it?
I know that.
Go ahead.
What about last night's Supreme Court decision to allow mifepristone to stay on the market while legal battles play out? What did you think about the Supreme Court's decision there?
Well, I respect the court's decision about the procedural decision that was made yesterday, but I remain very hopeful.
Thank
You're
you.
here today, but
Thank you,
your former
everyone.
running mate isn't here, and Florida Governor DeSantis is that a missed opportunity?
I'll tell you, the enthusiasm in this room, Paul, I think was palpable. I was deeply moved by the warm reception that we received, and the time that I've spent here in Iowa over the last 2 years, I think people of Iowa appreciate it when they see you. As I said, there's nowhere in America I feel is more like Indiana than Iowa, and I'm grateful for all the people that came forward here tonight, and I'll keep you posted if I'm going to be spending a lot more time in Iowa.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. President.